Let's welcome on board Chandan Taparia as well while we wait for the pre-open rates to settle down a little bit. Chandan, hi, good morning. Extremely ranged last week. First week of cash settlement. What's the picture looking like for the index today?
Good morning. Thanks for having me. So yes, the entire last week gone in digesting the case. But the good part is somehow the declines were being bought. However, the index got stuck in a range after the rally of 1,000 points from 23,600 to 24,700. The market is consolidating, and that is good if it has to start the next leg of rally. And the good part is that data setup are quite improving. We have seen the stable put call ratio. FIs are slightly buying or they are not selling much. FIs long short ratio is near 13% in the Nifty index. So that indicates that now Nifty needs to get the follow-up and a consolidation breakout. So as of now, till it holds above 24,444, 24,444 is an important level. Till it holds above the same, buy on decline could continue. And this time I think index can head towards 24,750 to 25,000 marks. Talking about Bank Nifty index, it has been consolidating in a range and multiple supports are intact, but 58,000 call writing is visible. I believe till it holds above 57,500, it has potential to surpass the immediate hurdle of 58,250 and extend the rally towards 58,500 marks. So looking for buy on decline or some positive range bound bias in indices. More positive on Nifty because of the auto and recovery in selective IT counter and financial name as well.
Look at Kaynes, that stock taking a bit of a plunge. Of course, it's very, very early minutes of pre-open, but the 10% lower is not looking very pretty. How do you look at this basket, Chandan, very quickly?
Yeah, so if I look at the Kaynes, the counter witnessed some recovery in the last week, but again, the momentum is missing. I believe selective counter started to witness bottom. However, the follow-up is missing. So if it opens lower, I'll look at the key support near 3650. I think if it comes near to the zone and gets stability, then that can be utilized as a support to again look some recovery towards 3950 to 4000. So buy on decline can be seen in the counter.
Okay. Kunal, let me also get your view. Kaynes, Dixon and the like. Good space to be in, avoid, stock selective. Give us a sense.
See, it's a good space to be in, but the timing is not apt because many of these stocks have run up almost 20-25% in the recent last 1.5 odd months. For example, Dixon Tech was around 11,000 mark or I think 10,500 in the month of May, and that stock has now pushed up towards 14,000, 14,200. Kaynes also I think has moved up almost 20-25% in the last 1 month approximately, from a point where in the previous month, I think the month of July, for major part, the stock was in the F&O ban towards the point where the ban has been lifted off, but I think the stock still remains to be a slight at an elevated level. So I think with this recent run up, the price action is a little bit more on the steeper side. The risk reward is not favorable. I would wait for a sizable correction into these stocks or a decent mean reversion before try to nibble into the space.
Well, that's that on some of those active movers. Kaynes, of course, is going to be one stock in focus this morning, reacting to its earnings. What about Titan? What is that stock doing? Strong Q1, above estimates. The jewelry business same-store sales growth has come in at about 33% on a year-on-year basis. That's the uptick. Having said that, two brokerages have eased off their price targets on Titan because of the run-up in the stock. Nothing to do with earnings, really. But Chandan, wanted to get your sense in on both Titan as well as Kaynes, and what do you see on the charts? Because both those stocks will react to its earnings.
Yeah, so looking at Titan, it has been making a high top, high bottom on the weekly chart and almost trading near its all-time high. And we have noticed that every bounce or consolidation was utilized as a buying opportunity even after all the market ups and downs. So I believe Titan is a good name. Even because of any volatility, if it corrects, one can accumulate or can hold the long positions. I believe this is the counter which created the wealth for the investor for a long time, and that same sentiment, the same spirit of the counter could continue looking at all scenario. So I believe because of volatility declines, use the support near 4750 and look for an upside target towards 5200 to 5250 on short-term basis, 6,000 plus on positional point of view. So one can continue to hold Titan in selective gems and jewelry counter as well in this market scenario.
Chandan, how do you look at some of the PSU banks, SBI, BOB?
Yeah, so let me first comment on the Union Bank, where I see a positive price pattern. In fact, the built-up is also visible on the upside. The counter has given a decisive hold and breakout above 175, and has been making high top higher bottom on lower time frame. So Union Bank looks good with support of 177. We can see an upside move towards 190, 192. Looking at heavyweights, SBI, counter has seen the buying interest in the last week, and positive price formation is clearly visible. And I believe some up move could be there. And this is one counter which looks positive, but momentum was not visible comparatively. So use at a small decline to buy with support of 1080. And overall, SBI can be momentum stock now to next leg of rally towards 1150, 1180. Looking at Canara Bank, here also counter is bottoming out. So one can go for long side or can hold the long position, but I'll prefer more on Union Bank and SBI for short and medium term point of view.
I just want to check in on what a gland farm